Bama wins this one going away. I was wrong. I had it in my head that Tennessee was going to pull the outright upset. For a while, I was thinking they might cover, but alas, this was Alabama doing what Alabama does. Speaking of the pixie dust that I mentioned a little bit ago with Georgia, and speaking of what I just talked about with Vandy, having a pretty strong identity, knowing what you are, I think they're becoming acquainted with what they aren't. Certainly, they're not much of a rushing team, but they have been crazy efficient and crazy productive and just a damn hard out when it comes to Ty Simpson, putting the ball in his hands, distributing it out to their playmakers against everybody that they have played so far. It is a really, really difficult ask to try and cover those guys. I still, for the life of me, don't understand the Florida State thing. Okay, but that was
it's week one, man.
And week one is like not of this earth. It's always a little bit wonky. They have graduated past that. I think the version of Alabama that we see now, look, Tennessee didn't play a bad game, in my opinion.
Sure.
They didn't win. They clearly could have done some stuff better. But the thought that kept bouncing around in my head is, Alabama is just a more perfectly evolved version of Tennessee. Like, you know how when you watch Shark Week, I know you're a big shark guy, right?
Of course.
When you watch Shark Week, they talk often about how sharks are perfectly evolved over the course of like millions of years.
Yeah. I'm an orca guy myself, but continue.
Right. Sharks and orcas inextricably linked, of course.
Of course.
But Bama's not reached that shark level of evolution, but it just feels to me like each time I watch Ty Simpson, he gets a little bit better and a little bit more confident. And I think that's a really dangerous thing for the other teams in the SEC.
Also dangerous, throwing the ball to Zabian Brown right before the half in an opportunity to score before the half and have it be returned 99 yards the other way. That changes calculus. And I'll push back a little bit. I know Jam Miller, and it was good to have him back. He didn't do anything. But coming back he was concussed last week, or concussion type symptoms. Alabama was creative in trying to figure out the run at times, utilizing, Jeremy Bernard, utilizing, I think Ryan Williams had an end around.
Yep.
Daniel Hill had some action, and Ty Simpson had some gutty runs. They're not incompetent. It's just not part of their strength. It's not part of their repertoire right now. And so we saw that a little bit with Kalen DeBoer when he took Washington to the national championship game. And that team evolved. They ran better as the season evolved. And so I sort of anticipate some of that with Alabama moving forward. But great win. Obviously, we got to see the Stogies get lit up at the end.
I saw that. That was pretty neat. I mean, not if you're a Tennessee fan.
Not if you're a Tennessee fan.
Not if you're a Tennessee fan, but that's one of the cool things, one of the cool traditions of college
Smoke
football.
them if you got them. And there definitely is something more confident, more decisive about where Ty Simpson is now compared to even a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's legit. And I think Tennessee's legit too. Like, they ran the ball pretty well with Deshaun Bishop.
Oh, they definitely did.
Joey Aguilar is not a perfect quarterback, but he's a very good quarterback. And I thought, for the most part, with the exception of that back-breaking pick that he threw, mostly a pretty good game. A good game for Braylon Stanley as well, at 10 catches on the Tennessee side. Like, it's still a very good Tennessee team that can control the line of scrimmage with its defense. Can.
It has not been like, I don't think you can watch this Tennessee team and come away saying like they can. Like, it happens, but I'm not sure that this is something you want to include in the table of contents when you look at the bibliography of Tennessee season, that this is a team that has the ability to defend when it's been a struggle kind of more often than not.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
You bring up a valid point. I thought they could.
Okay, fair.
All right. I thought they could. But Alabama scored 37 points. Arkansas a week ago scored 31 points. Mississippi State scored 34 points. Georgia scored 44 points. They have given up a lot of points, this defense. And to that end, I would say you're right. To that end, they have definitely underwhelmed. I expected the defense to be a little bit more of a strength. I still believe that they can improve, and I still believe they've got enough talent
Sure.
to be good the rest of the way. Speaking of like really fascinating schedules for Tennessee, I mean, they've got 2 losses now, but on the road at Kentucky next week. They've got a game against Oklahoma at home. They've got New Mexico State, which should be a win. They're on the road at Florida. They've got the rivalry game against Vandy at home to close out the year. I could come up with about 1,000 different ways that those remaining games could go for Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they're going to be one of the more interesting teams to watch in the SEC now moving forward. It's a good team. Be interesting to see how they play against the remainder of that schedule.
Agree.